Hello everyone, Tyrelle Audain, aka the Cricket Star Boy, back with another YouTube video. Hope you guys are all well and in very good health. So a lot of test match cricket is happening here in the Caribbean and even in the UK. We're gonna start with the UK first with the the fourth day of the second test match involving England and India that's happening in Edgbaston, Birmingham. So at the close on day 4 of the second test, India have set England a target of 608 to win the match and for the Poms to take a 2-0 series lead with 3 matches left to play after this. At the close of play, England were 72 for the loss of 3 wickets in their second innings, chasing a massive target of 608 set by the Indians, meaning they need another 536 more runs to win with 7 wickets intact. Now, India throughout the test match, just like in the first match, have been absolutely dominant. But we all know what happened on the last day, the last time around. But this time around, they've been playing absolutely splendid test match cricket. They started the day on 64 for the loss of 1 wicket. Shubman Gill continued his marathon run of form with the bat. This time in the second innings, compared to the first innings, he made 269. This time around, he made a fluent 161. A fluent 161, sorry guys, of 162 deliveries following his double ton 269 in the first inning. KL Rahul, he contributed 55, and Rishabh Pant also played a quick fire 65 of 58 to take the game way out of England's reach, and Ravi Jadeja was undefeated on 69 when India had declared at 6 wickets down for 427 or 427 for 6, setting England a target of 608. And when they had started in the second inning, they had gotten off to a difficult start. Akashdeep Singh was very impressive with the ball, taking 2 wickets, including the big ones of Ben Duckett and Joe Root. Mohammad Suraj also chipped in with the crucial one of Zach Crowley, and by the close, Ollie Pope was batting on 24 and Harry Brook on 15 as England had closed on 72 for 3, needing another 536. In my opinion, there are only 2 results possible going into the final day. One, an Indian victory that will see them level the series, or a draw, because England, I know for a fact, even though they had the ball temperament, I do not see them going for these runs. Even though they did score 500 runs one time against Pakistan a few years ago, I do not see them getting this target. Moving from Edgbaston to St. George's, Grenada, as Australia, they continue its dominance against the West Indies, despite the fact their batting lineup continues to struggle on these sporting wickets here in the Caribbean. By the end of day 3 of the second test in Grenada, Australia were 221 for the loss of 7 wickets in their second innings, leading by 254 runs. In their first inning, they had made 286 from 66.5 overs, and by the time the first innings had came to an end, play was called off due to bad light and there was inclement weather on the day. However, day 2, West Indies in response made 253 all out from 73.2 overs, with Brandon King scoring his first half century in Test match cricket, which included 7 boundaries and 3 maximums. In Australia's second turn at the crease, they closed on 221 for the loss of 7 from 64.3 overs. The performances for them in the second inning on day 3 was former captain, now vice captain, Steve Smith, top scoring with 71 of 119 deliveries on a day which the Aussies were in a very tricky position after losing 2 wickets last night for the loss of 12 runs at the close, and they did continue on 12 runs for the loss of 2 wickets this morning. Smith top scored with 71, anchoring the innings, and Cameron Green coming back into form significantly with a fighting 52 of 123 deliveries, his first half century in quite a while, and the two of them put on a stand of 93 runs to steer the Aussies into a comfortable position, despite the fact they have struggled against the West Indian pace attack of Jaden Seals, Shamar Brozov, Azari Joseph, etc. Travis Head also made a brisk 39 of 60, and at the close, Alex Carey was on 26 and Captain Pat Cummings on 4. The bowling card for the West Indies, Shamar Joseph was the pick of the bowlers, taking 2 wickets, that of Green and Head. And Jaden Seals also took up 2 wickets as well earlier in the innings. Correction, last night, the openers he had dismissed very early in the likes of Kawaja and Constas. And let me tell you something, both the Aussie openers, in my opinion, are out of form, and this is a concerning fact for the Aussies as the Ashes is down at the end of the year. And also Justin Graves, he got into the taking the big wickets of Steve Smith and Bo Webster at the close. Honestly, it was Australia on top after the 3rd day. Correction, I should say at the end of day 3, you should say that Australia are on top, even though the West Indian bowlers, they continue to chip away. However, I'm being real here. Just like in the first test match in Kensington over Bridgetown, Barbados, the target, in my opinion, is out of reach at this time. Even though Smith and Green had that resilient partnership, the problem with West Indies is whenever they do take wickets at vital intervals, they continue to concede runs at a significant rate. So honestly, with regards to what's happening with the Grenada test match, I do see Australia in a commanding position going into day 4 and most likely winning the game again. The only way West Indies can save themselves is the batters step up, something I've been saying for a gazillion times, but who knows? You never know what happens in cricket because it's one crazy freaking game. With that said, I wrap up this video. In fact, before I end the video, a lot of you all might be asking why I'm wearing this casual shirt. In fact, a few hours ago I came back from Palmyra's Learning Center's tea party / relaxation / entertainment, which, let me tell you, was unforgettable and momentous, and it was very entertaining. That's it for tonight's video. You guys might see content from that too, because currently at this time, as I'm taping this new video, I'm doing some editing from the event. So until we meet again, guys, take care. Bye bye.